I'm Paul Saracen, and this is
Zachary Coleman.
and I'm going to teach Zach how to play the clarinet. Okay, so let's start out. You got your clarinet case. Before you open it, you always want to put it on the ground, because if you have it in your lap and you open it and things fall out, that's a long way down and things can break. So make sure the insignia is on the top, and then go ahead and open it, lift up the latches, and then open up the top. I think you didn't get one of those. There you go. Okay. So the clarinet is a bit complicated to go ahead and put together. But first you want to take out the reed box. That's the little box right there. Yep. And then take out one of the reeds, not the top one, that's mine. So go ahead and put that one off to the side. And then grab the second reed, and then you want to take that out of the little package that it's in.
You've not used this one?
I've never used that one.
Okay.
And then you want to go ahead and put that in your mouth, and you're going to soak it.
Yeah?
Yeah, or the other way. You can like flip it over underneath. It doesn't really matter. But you want to soak that pretty well, because that's what is going to vibrate to make the noises. And you don't want to ever,
or
just about halfway. You don't ever want to bite on it or anything, because if that breaks even a little bit, then the instrument doesn't work properly. So go ahead and take out the bottom part. It's going to look sort of like a cone. Yeah, the bell, that's what it's called. And then you're going to take the bottom joint, and the bottom joint has two sides with cork on it. So both sides have cork on it. Yeah. In there should be a little thing that looks like chapstick. See if you can find that. This is called cork grease. So you're going to go ahead and apply a very small amount of cork grease to the cork on either side. Yeah, you can go ahead and put the bell over there. And then
there or here?
On the cork. But you're going to go ahead and do the bottom first, because that's the part we're going to attach next. So just apply a tiny bit around the edge. And I've already applied some, so you shouldn't need a lot. And then you want to go ahead and put that, attach it to the bell. Like that. Is that working?
Oh, yeah.
Is that... Oh, I think I did the wrong side. I apologize. So, you're going to want the side with only one cork on it. I apologize. That's my fault. So apply a little bit of cork grease to that. My bad.
Start over?
No.
Move that out.
Okay. And go ahead and we're going to put that on the barrel. It'll be a tight fit. Make sure you don't grab any of the rods or keys with your hands, because those can bend really easy. Try to grab where there are no rods and keys. So just complicate. And then try to push it all the way in. This is up to the front. Yeah, that's all the way in. Yeah. So then we're going to go ahead and grab the next part, which has two sides of cork on it. And then, yes, that one. And we are going to attach the other side. So look at the other side. That's the side that's going to attach to here. And things have to line up in precisely the right way. So if you look at it, there's a hole on the back and a lot of holes on the front. You see the hole on the back? Your thumb's on it right now. Yeah, that's the one hole in the back. So if you look at the bottom part of the clarinet, the back has a little thumb hold on it. The other part, the other side, yeah. You see it? So those should line up. So that part and the hole. But you don't put them in yet, because you have to put a little bit of cork grease on. And I understand it's hard to get cork grease all the way around, so do your best. And then before you do it, you want to go ahead and you want to press this button right here, because it moves this little lever right here. See how that moves? Because if you try to attach them, it's going to run in, these two parts right here and right there are going to run into each other. So you got to push this out so they don't run into each other. And then you go ahead and push that in, remembering not to hold on to any keys or rods too tightly so you don't bend anything. Yeah. and you don't want to twist it too much.
Mm-hmm.
You want it to line up just right. And then go ahead and push it the rest of the way in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So we're going to line
I'm
it.
trying to line up that, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make sure you're pressing that button. And if you look at it, you can look at the button that you're pressing, see how it moves that. Make sure that lines up with this part right here.
Oh, okay.
That's a way on the front to look at them. Make sure those line up perfectly. My clarinet's a little bit offset, so you gotta turn it slightly like that. It works better now. Okay. And then go ahead and grab the barrel. The barrel is going to be the part with no cork on it. And it's got a small side and a big side. You want to put the big side on the cork. Remembering again, I think you already applied cork grease to that. You did that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, do the big side on the cork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And once again, remembering not to push on any keys or rods.
Impossible. I twisted it. Oh.
It has a lot of keys and rods.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me look at it. Just a tiny bit. There you go. You should be good. Yeah, these two parts line up back here. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and pull out the mouthpiece. Take off the mouthpiece cover. And take off the ligature. It already came off. And put that off to the side for now. The ligature is that little metal thing. We're going to use that to attach the reed after we put the mouthpiece on. So go ahead and put the mouthpiece on. Put a little bit of cork grease on the cork. And it's going to go on the only opening left, the top side of the barrel. Okay. So go ahead and put that on. You want to make sure the open end points towards you. That should point to the back. It should line up with the hole. And that's how everything should line up. And it takes a bit. And that's what the cork grease is for, to help us put that. So now we have everything lined up. Okay, so could you go ahead and point to the barrel? You remember which part's the barrel. You point to the bell. You point to the mouthpiece. Point to the upper joint and the lower joint. Good. And then what key do we have to press when we put the upper joint on the lower joint? Do you remember which key that was? Okay. It's this middle key right here. We're going to press this key without a hole in it. Okay. And that lifts up this little part right here. You see where it lifts up? Okay. So go ahead and take the ligature. This is this metal piece over here. And you're going to take the mouthpiece out of your mouth. Make sure it's good and soaked. Does it feel good and soaked on both sides?
On both sides?
I mean,
My life is around.
it's, well, not that side. That's not what I meant.
Oh.
It's okay. I meant like the top and the
Okay,
bottom.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
okay.
Just
So go ahead and you're going to line that up right here. So the thin part's going to go up here, and the thick part's going to go on the bottom.
When you say
You're just
thin
gonna-
part, do you mean like thinner like width or like thinner like skin?
Thinner like
Like this?
yeah.
Okay. It's gonna go down?
No.
Yeah. Make sense.
Oh.
What?
You're going to, essentially, I'm going to touch it even though it's your stupid eye. You're going to lay it on right like this.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, I thought I had to go in there.
No, it doesn't go in.
Okay.
And you don't want it to poke up too much, and you don't want it to be way down here. You want it to line up, maybe stick up a tiny bit.
Okay.
Then you're going to put the ligature right on top. It's going to go right over. And the things are going to point off to your right. So the little knobs are going to point off to your right.
So
You want to pull it down, but not too far. Just, that's about far enough. And you want to tighten it, but not too tight. And you want to make sure it's straight. You never, ever, ever tap on the top. Because that will break the reed and read their circle. You don't want to do that. So it should be snug. You could probably tighten it a little bit more, but like not so tight that you're putting a lot of pressure on the reed.
Okay, so like so it doesn't turn anymore, but not.
Not quite so it doesn't turn anymore. It should be able to maybe tighten it a little bit more, but not like not too loose, not too. There's a balance, and you'll figure it out. Okay. So, here comes the hard part. We're going to take the barrel and the mouthpiece back off. Because that's how you're going to make your first sound. We're just going to use those two parts to make your first sound. go ahead and place the rest of it sideways on the case. Okay, so now we're gonna form the embouchure. You know what an embouchure is. Embouchure is the way we're gonna shape our mouth so that we make the sound. You can't just put it in your mouth and blow. Because go ahead and just put it in your mouth and blow. See, nothing happens. Right. First of all, it's upside down. So turn it around. It's okay. You're fine. Okay, so that's how you're gonna play it. What you're going to do is you're going to take your bottom lip and you're going to fold it over your teeth. That's going to provide a cushion for the reed to sit on. Because if it sits on your teeth, that could break the reed. So then your top teeth are actually going to touch the top of the mouthpiece. Your top teeth are going to sit right here. It'll feel weird when you finally make a sound. It's going to vibrate a little bit, but you'll be okay. It's not going to hurt your teeth. So you're going to do there. And it's not going to stick out straight out. It's not going to stick out straight out. Probably like a 30-degree angle is good. 30-degree angle. Okay. So go ahead. That's a little too much of an angle. Put it down a bit more. Okay. Also, we want to keep our feet flat on the ground. And we want to back off the back of the chair. And we want to sit up straight. Okay. And then, okay. Can you put your hand a little lower so I can see your mouth? Okay. Now you want to draw the inside of your lips inwards. So it's tight, but not too tight. So firm is a better word than tight. And then relax your chin. I know, it seems like a lot of weird things. So go ahead and put a little bit of pressure on it. Don't bite down on it, but just pressure with mainly your lips, not your teeth. And blow. Okay, there. You had a bit too much pressure, a little less pressure, and try again.
Oh, too much like bite pressure?
Yeah, don't bite down with your teeth. Only put down pressure with your lips. There you go. That's how you make a sound. Did you feel the reed vibrate?
Yeah.
Did you feel your teeth vibrate a little bit?
Sure.
Okay. So go ahead and try to do that a little bit longer. So I'm going to count off, and you're going to breathe in and then go out for 4 counts. So you're going to try to sustain that for 4 counts. It's going to be kind of loud, but that's okay. Good. Let's try to do that one more time. I know. It's okay.
It's okay.
We'll be okay. And remember your posture. Keep your feet flat on the ground and don't splash. And then we're going to breathe in, and you're going to try to breathe in with your stomach. So you don't want to breathe in with your lungs. You want to breathe in with your stomach. Your lungs are sort of going to like stay in an open position so the air can easily travel in and out. So you're going to feel your stomach move when you breathe. It's really weird at first.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just do a breath without playing. So I'm going to tell you to breathe in for 4, and then you're going to breathe out for 8. And I want you to make a hissing noise. Can you do that? A little louder. There you go. So breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hiss out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
We'll do that again.
Okay.
You can edit that.
I
forgot that we're counting 8.
You're fine. I saw your chest move. I don't want to see your chest move. I want to see your stomach move. Okay. So you want to breathe in? Like, watch me.
Okay.
And your chest isn't going to move at all. Your shoulders aren't going to go up. Okay. So let's try that again. 1, 2, breathe in for 4. That was better. Okay. And we're going to try it with that, but we're only going to make a sound for 4. Because you're going to have a lot more resistance when you're making a sound. So breathe in for 4. 3, 4, 5, 6. I changed my mind. We're going to make you do the sound for 8. So let's do that one more time, and you're going to make the sound for 8. Okay. Have it up to your lips.
Yeah.
1. Okay. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. And then we're going to breathe in for 4 and breathe out for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. Okay. Make sure you form the proper embouchure. Make your lips firm around it. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That's a little hard, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and put the mouthpiece and the barrel back onto the rest of the clarinet. Yeah. Okay. So now, yeah.
That looks great.
Let me check one thing. Let me check. Yeah, everything should be fine. So now, you're going to learn your first note. So, I'm going to tell you where to put all your fingers. So your bottom finger of your right hand is what is going to support the clarinet. So your bottom thumb's going to go under this. I don't know if you were putting it on top of it, but it's going to go right under it, and that's essentially where you're going to hold the clarinet. It's not that. Your three fingers are going to go on the three holes.
Okay.
And then these three fingers are going to go on these three holes, and your back thumb is going to go on this hole. Whenever you play, you want to make sure you cover the hole completely. When you take your finger off, it should have a little ring to show you that you're covering the hole. Sometimes my pointer finger doesn't cover the hole all the way. See how the ring doesn't quite make it around all my fingers? So you got to be really careful with that. And even when you're not playing, you want to have your fingers close to the hole. This way, if you have to use it, you can in an instant. So you never want to like, oh, I'm not using these, so my hands are all the way out here. Because then you don't have the balance on the clarinet. So go ahead and put your right hand goes on the bottom. You're going to line it up with those three holes, and then let me see your back thumb.
The back.
Yeah, and that's supported right. And then your left hand, you're going to cover the tone hole on the back with your thumb, and then those three tone holes with your fingers.
This one?
Yes, that one, and that one. Yes, okay. Now, we're not going to play that note, because that's probably too low for you. So we're only going to have the back and the first three.
First three starting at the top?
Starting at the top. So only your left hand. So your right hand is going to have no holes on it. But you're still going to keep it right there. Good, that's very good. So go ahead and bring it up to your mouth, form the correct embouchure. Tell me some of the things that you need to know about the embouchure. Tell me how to form the embouchure.
Lips covering my teeth.
Which one?
Bottom teeth.
Okay.
Top teeth touching
Mhm.
right there. And firm.
Firm lips inside.
Firm lips inside.
And then your chin is relaxed.
So,
Okay. So go ahead.
actually, not great. I'm not sure.
That's fine.
Not sure.
I understand sometimes you put it on and it's not quite there. Yeah, just turn a little bit and that should be good.
Yep. Okay. Now, this one over here. There we go.
And then go ahead and form the embouchure and put it in your mouth. Now, you're not going to want to lean your head down. You want to keep your head up. And you want, great, good posture. There you go. So go ahead and try to play that note. There you go. That's your very first note. And that is a concert B flat. But for you, we're going to call that a G. A G. So if I go ahead and pull out my book here, my clarinet book, right here, it actually has a list of all the notes that you can play. And I unfortunately do not have a music stand, so I'm sort of just going to hold it. So the first note that we learned is G. No, we did not learn a G. We learned a C. I apologize. We learned a C, but it is a concert B flat. I was right on that. Okay, so we learned a C. So in order to play a D, do you think a D is higher or lower than a C?
Lower.
No, it's going to be higher.
Dang.
So as we...
That was pretty low. If we're taking that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you have any predictions of how we're going to make it a little bit higher?
Higher? Take off?
Take off the finger. The shorter an instrument is, the higher it is. The bigger an instrument is, the lower it is. So the more holes we put down, we're making the instrument bigger and it's going to play lower. So go ahead and lift off your third finger and just play a note like that. And that is going to be a D. Right. So let's go ahead and play the C one more time. And then play the D. Okay. Try to make sure your cheeks don't puff out when you blow. Right. You want to keep your cheeks solid. That's why our lips are really firm. And you want to play out a little bit more. So we're looking for a good tone, a good solid tone. Right now it sounds kind of weak, right? A lot of air, not a lot of sound. Yeah. So use a little more air. Have air support, so you should have plenty of air in here as you release out your air. That's called air support. The more air you still have in you, the better your tone's going to sound. Okay. So go ahead and play a C, and then I'm going to do this, and you're going to go up to a D. sounds like you're really tight,
Yeah.
like you're putting a lot of pressure.
I feel like it.
You want your lips to be tight, firm, not too tight. I feel like you're biting down on it because it sounds very crushed.
Mm-hmm.
So don't have too much pressure on the reed. Your bottom lip there is just for the reed to sit on. It's not to like push down on it. And your teeth shouldn't be pushing down on it all. They should just be resting on the top.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and sit up straight and then play the C and the D one more time. Okay. And then the D. That's better. You're still releasing a lot of air.
No. I
Is
think
it-
it's on my left. Right here, my left side.
Just make sure your lips are firmer in so that you're not releasing air. Okay, we're going to learn our third note now. Guess what the third note we're going to learn is?
E.
E. And guess how we're going to play the E?
Mm.
Yeah. You're catching on with that.
No.
Go ahead and play the E.
It's only been over there.
Right. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to start on the C, and I'm either going to point up or point down, and then you're going to play the notes that way. Does that make sense?
C.
So if I point up, you're going to go up to
D.
If I point down, you're going to go down to
C.
Right. Let's try that. Are you ready?
Starting at C.
And if I do this, you're going to play the same note.
Continuously.
You're going to re-articulate the note. Let's talk about articulation for a little bit.
Okay.
So to articulate, you're going to use your tongue. So say this. To articulate,
To articulate.
use the tip of the tongue.
Use the tip of the tongue.
So the tip of your tongue is going to touch the reed, just slightly. It's going to stop the air. Okay. So now I want you to play a C 3 times. And each one, even the first one, you're going to start with the tip of your tongue. So you're going to say ta, ta, ta. Go ahead and say that.
Ta, ta, ta.
Right. So bring it up to your mouth. And correct posture. Take your embouchure. Make it a little firmer. And then ta, ta, ta.
Blow ta on that?
Yeah. So you're going to ta, ta, ta. You're probably a little lower than that. Oh, make sure all 3 fingers are down for your C.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Now, your cheeks are puffing out of it.
Yeah.
So that means your lips aren't firm enough. So it's hard to do all that
Yeah,
work.
it really is.
Because you got your lips curved, you got your teeth down, and you got your lips tight. So you're like, ta, ta, ta. That was a lot better. Okay. So let's go ahead and I'm going to point in a direction and you're going to go up a note or down a note or you're going to stay the same.
Okay.
Okay. And you're going to articulate every time that you stay the same note.
So you do the topping of it.
Right.
Okay.
You're going to do the top thing for every single one. So let's go ahead and start on C. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. That's good. I think you got it. So go ahead and we're going to start on an E this time. I'm going to play something I bet you will recognize. Okay, so we're going to start on E. Right. Start on E.